Hey guys, Space Panther here. I'm just hanging out in Beatrix. I'm at the laundromat waiting for my clothes to dry. I'm here with Hooch Face Sparkle Pug. He's snoozing. He got a bath too. But one thing I wanted to take a second to address, something I've been thinking about a lot, is how much the media is controlling us and dividing us with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. You know, it's kind of taking these two sides, you know, black people versus the police. And whenever the media really gets on something, we need to be, sorry, I'm trying to balance this. Whenever the media really gets on something, we need to be careful because the media is completely controlled and owned. That's not a secret. You can Google it and figure out exactly who owns which networks. But it definitely has a specific agenda. So whenever you see something in the media being really hyped up, you need to kind of ask yourself why that is. And something that's been really hyped up a lot lately is the Black Lives Matter movement. And it kind of built, you know, it's been building gradually. Over the past few years, there's been quite a few young black men who have died unjustly at the hands of white police officers. To further the situation, those cops, instead of being fired, were given paid leave, pretty much paid vacation, for killing somebody. So this infuriates people and everyone's like, F the police, and then it's like, oh, cops are killing black people. But actually, yes, cops are killing black people, but black people are killing black people, and white people are killing white people, and white cops are killing white people, and black cops are killing black people and white people. And it's not as much of an issue as it's being made out to be an issue. You know, yeah, there are racist cops, and there's cops who aren't racist, and there's people who are racist who aren't cops. Actually, the homicide rate now in 2015, last year, the homicide rate was the lowest it's been since 1950. So the idea that this is a big problem is really unfounded. It has happened, and my heart goes out so strongly to those people and their families who have lost loved ones, you know, at the hand of unjust police. And like I said, those cops should have their license taken away. They should be banned. They should never be able to work in law enforcement ever again. But we also need to realize that it's not really a problem, and the fact that the media is making it into such a problem should make us question, you know, why is the media making it into such a problem? Well, first of all, it's really easy to get behind it, even for white people, because most of us have had negative experiences with police. You know, most of us, some people have had positive experiences, but you know, we've gotten traffic tickets for not wearing seatbelts, parking tickets, drinking charges, you know, minor underage drinking charges, DUIs, you know, drug charges. All these things are pretty minor, but as we all know, it can be like really expensive. And so we blame the police. You know, F the police. He didn't have to give me that ticket. He could have let me go. You know, and I have been let go before, you know, speeding, things like that with a warning. And I've also been given massive tickets. Actually, my biggest speeding ticket was a $400 ticket because of how much I was going over the speed limit. So it definitely sucks, but we're taking out our anger on the wrong crowd. You know, the police are literally just doing their job. Like, the job of a police officer is to uphold the laws made by the legislature, right? So this is again why, like, democracy isn't really a very good system of government, because we, you know, in a democracy, we vote for people to represent us at the state level and the federal level. So we have Congress, you know, congressmen or congresswomen, we have senators, and those people make laws, and then the police are pretty much, their job is to uphold the laws. So if you're unhappy about the fact that you got a speeding ticket, maybe you should write your senator and tell him that you don't believe that there should be enforced speed limits, you know? And that's not that unreasonable. In Asia, you know, I've been to 5 Asian countries, and traffic tickets don't exist. Like, there are speed limits, but they're really more of suggestions. And I don't know, it didn't seem like there were any more accidents to me. You know, it's not like people want to get in accidents, and everyone speeds anyway. But I digress. So the point is that it's easy, like, as a collective, we have mostly had negative experiences with police. So it's very easy for us to, like, yeah, F the police, they're killing black people. You know, most of us aren't racist. You know, we have friends of all different colors, including black friends. And so when we see this, it makes us want to pick one side or another, you know, for the cops or for the people. And of course, we're all going to say that we're for the people. But again, that's not the problem, and it's creating this division. And again, it's one of the oldest divisions you know, black versus white. But since our country was founded, this has been, the black people, the African American people have been, struggling for a long time. So it's one of the oldest conflicts that exists, and that also makes it a very easy conflict to use to really trigger people emotionally, because it is such an old conflict, that it's so rooted. So I guess that's pretty much just what I want to say, is that we need to really come together. We need to recognize that the reason the media is pushing this so hard is because they're trying to divide us. This is a really critical point right now in history, in human history, in cosmic history, galactic history. There's just a lot going on right now on all levels. It's kind of crazy. I feel like you guys all feel it too, like this crazy shift that's going on. But we need to come together is the point, is that like if we hope to survive as a small community, as a nation, as a world, we need to work together. There is no other way. If we continue to be divided, we will not survive. And the media is just dividing us, and this whole Black Lives Movement is trying to divide us by race, which again is one of the oldest divisions, at least in recent history. So let's realize what's going on. Let's not accept it. Let's, you don't have to love the police, but also recognize that they're not the problem. If anything, the whole idea of democracy, right, is a problem, because all police are doing is following the laws that were made by, your elected representatives. So if you want to take a beef with anyone, yeah, like I said, you should write a letter to them, or you could just dismiss the whole idea of democracy as being a fraud in the first place, and just, try to live your life as a free, sovereign individual like you are, like it's your birthright. So that's all. Peace and love to all. Whenever something gets too big in the media, you need to question its motives. And I love you all. Love and light. And we'll end with a shot of Hooch Face Sparkle Pug, because how can you be unhappy with this guy in your life? Oh, you can't. Alright.